Hey everyone, it's David, and welcome to Thinking Out Loud Thursday. Today, I'm thinking out loud about overthinking. Let's dive into this. Question number one, what is it? What is overthinking? Well, I did a little research. January the 4th, 2024, Psychology Today put out some information on this, and this is how they describe overthinking. They called it the process of repetitive, unproductive thought. And then what they did was they gave two examples of overthinking. One is rumination about the past and worry about the future. I like the way they described it, but here's the way I like to put it into words. This is what I think overthinking is. Overthinking is the process by which we mentally slice and dice something in our head over and over again. It's when we keep our brains on this endless loop and we never get off of the loop. It just keeps going and going. Simply put, overthinking is just when, man, we are just thinking too much and doing too little. That's what it is. The second question that I think we need to answer is this: who does it? Who is it that's overthinking out there? Well, here is what Forbes suggests. Forbes suggested a while back that 73% of people in the age group of 25 to 35 are overthinking. And then it said 52% of adults in the age group of 45 to 55 are overthinking. And also, I will tell you this, I did a little research, and two different studies that I checked out said that typically women are more likely to overthink than men. Now, again, that just means typically. It's not always the case, but usually women are more prone to do this sort of thing. You want to know what I think? As I have observed and lived, I think people from all walks of life and all ages are certainly capable of overthinking. I'm a 54-year-old man, and I'll be honest with you, I wrestle with this at times in my own life. I'm a school teacher, and I stay real busy during the school year. And now that it's summertime and I'm not dealing with a bunch of people and I'm home a lot more and my wife is gone because she's working, you know what I've caught myself doing some this summer? Overthinking. So the truth is, we all can do it. And most likely at some point or another, we all do it. It's a real issue. Question number three, what's wrong with it? What's the big deal about overthinking, man? I mean, aren't we supposed to be thinking? Well, thinking, yeah. Overthinking, no. You want to know what's wrong with it? Here you go. The first thing that's wrong with overthinking is it's unhealthy and it hurts us. Let me repeat that. Overthinking is unhealthy and it hurts us. Let me share a few thoughts with you that I have on that. Overthinking pulls us down. It saddens us. It sours us. It grieves us. And it depresses us. The simple truth is, when we start overthinking, our mindset gets gloomy and our mood gets glum. Nothing good comes out of us overthinking. It is very unhealthy and it pulls us down. And then here's a second reason why this is a problem. The first thing is it's unhealthy and it hurts us. Secondly is it is unproductive and it hinders us. You want to know something? When we're overthinking, we're doing a lot in our head, but we're not doing anything else anywhere else. Let me give you some thoughts here. Overthinking freezes us in our tracks, and it causes us to suffer from paralysis by analysis. Let me just give it to you this way. I've been thinking about what is it that overthinking produces. Well, overthinking produces shame, worry, fear. And let me tell you about these three things. This is what I've noticed in my own life, and probably you have too. Shame has never erased any of my failures. Worry has never fixed any of my problems. And fear has never accomplished any of my goals. You see what I'm saying here? Overthinking is unproductive in that it hinders us. It holds us back from getting something done. As long as we're overthinking these things that generate thoughts of shame and worry and fear, we're getting nowhere. That's why overthinking is a problem. Question number 4, what can we do about it? Is there anything we can do about this problem of overthinking? Well, the good news is, yes, there is. Let me share with you a few quick thoughts here. Number 1, choose to be productive and get something done. I have noticed this in my own life. When I start overthinking, one of the best things I can do is get up and do something. Maybe it's going out and taking a walk. Maybe it's folding that load of towels that's been sitting in the dryer. Maybe it's washing those dishes that have been there in the sink. Maybe it's making the bed. I'll tell you something. When you get things done, when you get productive, you have this great feeling of accomplishment. Like, I like the way it feels when I cut grass and then I step back and I look at those lines in the grass and I stand there and think, I did that. It's a good feeling, man. So you want one way to deal with over thinking? Be productive. Choose to be productive. And here's another thought. Choose to live in this moment. I love what Mark Batterson wrote years ago. He wrote, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Choose to focus on today. And you know what? He's right. Today is the most important day that you have. You can't go back to yesterday. You don't know if tomorrow's going to get here or not. Choose to live on this day. Deal with the right here and the right now, and be present in the right here and the right now, rather than constantly sitting there overthinking about things in the past that you can't do anything about and things in the future that you may never even have to deal with. Choose to live in the present. And then here's another thing that I would tell you to remember. Choose to focus on what you can control. Listen, you can't always control your circumstances, and you can't always control what cards you have been dealt, and you can't control what other people think, say, or do. But you want to know something? You can control what you think. You can control what you say, and you can control what you do. Quit worrying about the things that you can't control and focus on the things that you can control. You, in that little box that you live in, focus on what you can control. And let me give you another thought about dealing with overthinking. Choose interaction over isolation. I'm going to tell you something I've learned about my own life, and probably this is true for you too. If I have too much alone time, and if I'm not interacting with other people, you know what? I begin to overthink. And what I'm realizing is I need to interact with my family. I need to interact with my friends. I need to interact with other people, because other people can kind of help balance me out, help me stay at a good spot in my head. Yesterday, I drove up the road about 45 minutes and I met two good buddies of mine, and we had a great lunch, and we sat there and we ate and we laughed and we talked. That interaction with those guys did me a whole lot more good than isolating myself and being alone. You want to stop overthinking? Interact with other people rather than isolate yourself. And then the last thing I'll say to you is this: choose to deal with one issue at a time. I remember reading years ago, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And how do you deal with life? One issue at a time. Listen, when we overthink, we start like brainstorming on all these different things we've got to deal with. Let me challenge you to do something. Just slow down and deal with one issue at a time, just like you live one day at a time. Slow down. And I guarantee you, these things that I gave you here, they'll help you when it comes to overthinking. Give it a shot.